more adventures.
So we've got the V-Comp from Zev. Is that a custom 19X?
So it has an aftermarket slide from like Brownells, but everything else is stock. I mean, you have like an OEM extended magazine or sort of slide release, but aside from that, pretty much everything is stock trigger, all that.
Okay, so this comes as a comp. It's like the 19X.
Yeah, it was like a complete, or I guess I should say it's a complete, like kind of upper, if you will, so the slide and the barrel came together.
Wow.
It is ported, and it uses like a type of like V8 style comp in there. So or porting, so you have 8 holes, 4 in a line, and they're kind of slightly offset.
So what's the model called?
I don't quite remember what the model. It was essentially just a complete like Glock 19 Gen 5 slide that was FDE.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just, you just have to have like a Gen 5 slide because at the core, these are the Glock 19X is kind of like a Gen 4.5.
Okay.
But the way that this is cut in the back has to be like it's kind of hard to explain on the fly, but this is slightly different in the back. So we changed these cutouts to allow for essentially your ambi slide release.
Okay.
That's the primary change. So you can't just stick like a Glock Gen 3 slide or upper on this.
Okay.
It does have to be specific to a Gen 5, but yeah.
All right, well, let's compare them. I want to see how each one does with recoil mitigation.
Yeah.
See if my dot's a little better on this. Boy, the recoil feels good on that one. Oh, shut on its own.
Not very brown.
Oh, that was weird. That was a light strike or something.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Okay, so not the gun's fault.
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, they're pretty close. That does really well with recoil.
Yeah.
Man,
It's pretty crazy. It tames it down quite a bit.
almost equal.
I don't know. I'd have to shoot them side by side, but it does for sure a good job.
Yeah, let's see what you think.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, that's definitely, I'd say recoil impulse is really super similar.
Yeah.
This, I feel, is almost actually kind of driving a little bit too much. I don't know, I feel like this one, when I shoot it just like naturally has enough of a push, it kind of just settles back down. Whereas this guy, like I feel like it's almost driving it almost below where I was normally holding. But I'd say besides that, the triggers are super different. This thing is way nicer, way easier like to bridge from like a 2011 versus this. Whereas it does take an adjustment to get used to like just a stock lock trigger, which once again, this is a stock lock trigger. I could change it, but but overall, I'm actually pretty impressed because I think this like complete slide upper, if you will, was only like $250, and so like on top of the like $600 of a 19X, that's not horrendous to get pretty good performance. I will say though, I think one thing I do like about Zev's, like the way that they milled this slide / barrel to form around each other is
it
kind of looks like it's actually going.
It does.
I don't know
it's
why
a big circle.
Fuck, it might. Maybe they're just increasing their circle size.
They are. So this is definitely a better value because this was only a couple $100 for the slide, right?
Yeah.
So whereas this is like, close to 1900 for the whole gun. So man, that's really close recoil mitigation. Let me try turning this dot down a little more. See if that helps. All right. Yeah, they're pretty close though. Man, that is close. Destroyed my steel target. On the wood at least. Yeah, they're so close that I almost have to give it to this just for the value.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard argument against, like, you know, that is a really good value for all things considered. But,
yeah.
And then, I mean, you do have the added benefit that the 19X, similar to the, you know, 45, is that longer grip. So you get a little bit more as opposed to the Zev is like that more true Glock 19 size. But, I don't know, as far as like the uppers go, it's a pretty compelling argument.
It is, yeah. I like the grip angle and the trigger of this better.
For sure.
I think it's better, but for value, that thing wins. All right.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, getting shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you all die every time, guaranteed.